In 2019, a 17-year-old guy from Tarpon Springs, Florida, started streaming Rainbow Six Siege on Twitch. According to Streams Charts verified database, he averaged 4 viewers for the entire year. His peak concurrent viewership that year was 23 people. By the end of 2019, he had 270 followers total. And that is Nicholas Stewart. Most people know him as Jynxzi. As of 2026, he has over 9 million followers on Twitch and is the 8th most subscribed streamer of all time on the platform. He won Gamer of the Year. He played at Wembley Stadium. He has a management deal with the same firm that represents Adam Sandler and Brad Pitt. 4 viewers to Wembley in about 5 years. That's the story. That's a fucking accomplishment. So, who is this guy? Nicholas Stewart was born on September 26th, 2001 in Tarpon Springs, Florida. He attended River Ridge High School. Beyond that, most details about his early life are things he's kept private. He's spoken about his family occasionally on stream, but hasn't made them a public fixture. His streaming username wasn't always Jynxzi. Early on, he went by iSweat Games. He started on Twitch in January 2019 when he was 17 years old. The early years were, by any measurable standard, slow. Streams Charts data shows 4 average viewers in 2019 with a peak of 23. He was putting in the time, but almost nobody was watching, like my videos. 2020 was better, but still modest. Between October 2020 and January 2021, his average viewers climbed from around 100 viewers to roughly 400. That is when things started actually moving. Upon hitting 100k subscribers on Twitch, Jynxzi reflected on his journey on stream. His exact words: "Bro, that ass chat. I've been streaming for 5 years. For 5 fucking years." I know it didn't look like Jynxzi, but I've tried my best. Rainbow Six Siege came out in 2015. It's a Ubisoft tactical shooter with a reputation for being one of the hardest games in the genre to learn properly. Jynxzi was genuinely skilled at it, not pro level but good enough for people to be entertained. His content formats worked because they were interactive. He had a series called Guess the Rank, where viewers sent clips and he'd analyze the gameplay and try to identify the player's skill tier. It's like the Guess the Elo from Gotham Chess, GTE. Yeah, it's a funny series. Watch it. That format demonstrated real game knowledge, and he executed them in a way that kept people engaged. What actually drove his initial growth was short-form content. In September 2020, he launched his YouTube channel posting Rage compilations and Siege highlights. Those clips found their way onto TikTok. The algorithm picked them up. People who had never heard of Twitch found themselves watching a guy completely lose his composure over a tactical shooter round, found it funny, searched for more, and eventually landed on his stream. Streams Charts describes this as the point where his channel began to take off in the final months of 2020, with a TikTok to Twitch pipeline driving much of that growth. By the end of 2022, he had reached 400,000 followers on Twitch. December 2022 saw him hit a personal record of 436,000 hours of watch time from his audience in a single month. January 2023 brought 953,000 hours watched. A month later, he doubled that, 1.9 million hours of watch time in 1 month. The growth had really started compounding. March 2022 was when Ubisoft first officially acknowledged him. They announced on Twitter that Jynxzi would receive a streamer charm in Rainbow Six Siege, an in-game cosmetic that Twitch subscribers could unlock by linking their Ubisoft account. That's the game developer saying, "This person is now part of our game's culture." Which, you know, reminds me of something, or rather someone. Yeah. Randazook. On March 31st, 2023, Jynxzi joined Space Station Gaming as their Rainbow Six Siege content creator. Space Station is an esports organization with competitive Siege rosters. This gave him a professional home and more visibility in the competitive Siege scene. Then, April 12, 2023 happened. He hit 1 million followers on Twitch. At the same time, simultaneously, he became the most subscribed streamer on the entire platform, with over 80,000 active subscribers, surpassing Kaizenat and XQC. His estimated monthly earnings from Twitch in 2023 were reported at between $120,000 and $190,000, according to Wikipedia's documented figures. That is subscriptions alone, before sponsorships, YouTube ad revenue, and merchandise. For reference, I've been working since I was 18, and by the time I turned 27, I still hadn't made even a third of that. And I'm not complaining, no, don't get me wrong, I'm just comparing. In December 2023, he signed with talent management company Right Click Culture, and February 2024 became his biggest month on the platform. He ranked #1 on Twitch by total hours watched for the entire month. In March 2024, Ubisoft added a full in-game cosmetic bundle with Jynxzi themed items to Rainbow Six Siege. Not just a charm this time, but a complete bundle. His likeness is now permanently inside the game he has spent his career playing. In December 2024, he signed with Brillstein Entertainment Partners for management representation. Brillstein is not a gaming-specific firm. Their client list includes people like Adam Sandler and Brad Pitt. Perhaps this signing signals that someone in Hollywood-adjacent entertainment sees Jynxzi as having a future beyond streaming, and that is a good sign. February 17, 2024, the Streamer Awards. Jynxzi won 2 awards that night, Best Breakthrough Streamer and Gamer of the Year. At the 2025 Streamer Award ceremony, he won BSGS.
No frickin' way.
3 consecutive years of recognition from a community that is not known for being easy to impress. He plays Rainbow Six Siege for 6, 8, 10 hours, and the energy at hour 9 is not noticeably worse than hour 1. When something goes wrong, the frustration is real, so there's no gap between what he's feeling and what you're seeing on the screen. His streams also stayed remarkably drama-free. In a space where controversy is essentially a parallel currency to subscribe accounts, Jynxzi largely avoided it. No public beef that spiraled, no apology video moments, no situation that required him to explain himself to his audience for something he said or did. For someone at his subscriber level, that's unusual. The bigger you get on Twitch, the more likely you are to have some kind of thing attached to your name, and he's mostly just didn't. Stream Charts observed something important about his content. His growth accelerated while his content stayed essentially the same. While he wasn't chasing trends and wasn't pivoting to whatever was popular that month, he kept playing Rainbow Six Siege the same way he always did. And the audience grew around that consistently rather than in spite of it, which is unusual. One specific moment that his audience responded to was when he bought his father a Porsche 911 Carrera in 2024. He posted about it and talked about his dad's support during the years when nobody was watching. That kind of moments usually land differently with an audience that already feels invested in someone's journey. So Rainbow Six Siege is the foundation of everything for him. He's played it since 2019 and it remains his primary content. Beyond that, his catalog includes Five Nights at Freddy's, Fortnite, Rocket League, GTA 5, Fall Guys, and Only Up. He also just chats with his viewers and played chess with Gotham Chess. In 2026, League of Legends became a major addition. He started learning it under guidance from Tyler One and Dantes, and organized a 40-person creator tournament to mark the occasion. The lineup is freaking legendary. Mr. Beast, On a Pixel, Ludwig, Moist Critical, Disguised Toast, Emiru, Double Lift, Queso, and others. The event attracted hundreds of thousands of viewers, making it one of the biggest creator-run League of Legends events of the year, with roughly 400,000 viewers. The success of LOL event also showed that Jynxzi's audience was willing to follow him beyond RSS. One notable detail about his setup is, unlike most top Twitch streamers, Jynxzi built his audience primarily playing on Xbox rather than on a high-end gaming PC. The most visible ongoing friendship in his public life is with Queso, whose real name is Dylan Baker. Queso is a variety streamer who initially went viral from a declined debit card moment and built a massive following from there. It's crazy to me that such little things in life can make a huge difference in people's lives. That is crazy. He and Jynxzi played games together online before ever meeting in person. When they eventually did an IRL collab stream, it became one of the most watched streamer meetup moments of that period. According to Wikitubia, Jynxzi was notably the only streamer to do an in-person collab with Queso at that point, which given Queso's following made it significant for both of them. On January 23, 2024, he launched the Jynxzi podcast. The format is in-person interviews with streamers and internet personalities. It distributes on YouTube and podcast platforms, and it positions him as a general entertainment figure rather than exclusively a gaming specialist. March 8, 2025, the Sidemen charity match at Wembley Stadium. The Sidemen are a British YouTube group who organize annual charity football matches that pull hundreds of thousands of viewers and streamers. Jynxzi played for YouTube All-Stars. Then, on April 18, 2026, he came back for the next one, this time as a striker for Sidemen Football Club. He scored 2 goals and won Man of the Match. If you watch Jynxzi for more than a few minutes, you notice it right off the bat. His eyes blink rapidly and forcefully in a way that is clearly not a normal blink. There are also facial movements, grimaces, and scrunches that happen throughout his streams unpredictably. Viewers were speculating about this a lot, and Jynxzi addressed it directly. He said that he had a Tourette syndrome, and if he doesn't talk about this at all, then he probably doesn't want to. This means we shouldn't either. As of 2026, Nicholas Stewart is 24 years old. He has 10.7 million subscribers on Twitch. In July 2026, he reclaimed the #1 Twitch subscription rank with over 67,000 active subscribers. He is 8th all-time in Twitch subscriber count. He has his own podcast. He owns Football Club in the Kings League and a full cosmetic bundle inside Rainbow Six Siege. His net worth gets estimated across a wide range by different sites, from around $3 to $8 million, with $6 million being one of the more cited figures. His path to the top didn't involve a single viral moment that launched everything. No cosign from a massive streamer, no controversy that accidentally boosted his numbers, no subathon gimmick. So his career can be described as this. Jynxzi is the story of a streamer that simply showed up almost daily to go live and put in the hard work and effort to build up his community. From 4 viewers in 2019 to 81,000 active subscribers on Twitch today. Jynxzi, you are the GOAT.